Okay, so what's up, guys? This is Sir Ken again with another YouTube video. And this time, our topic is all about opportunities, challenges, and what is the power of media. Okay, so let's start. So, umpisahan natin, ano nga ba yung tinatawag natin na opportunity? So, it is a set of situations that makes it possible to do something. These are the positive effects brought by our media. Okay? And what are the challenges? Or ano nga ba yung meaning ng challenge? It is a test, problem, or even a trial. So mostly, pagka meron tayong isang oportunidad or isang opportunity, kadalasan hindi naman laging good news ang isang bagay. Of course, there are challenges when it comes to that. So parang katulad lang nung last lesson natin about sa threats and issues, societal issues when it comes to media and information, ganun din to. So, ganun din to. So, of course, if we have opportunity or if we have a goal to communicate online, there are threats then or there are challenges then when it comes to our media po. Okay? So, ano nga ba yung apat na dimensions or ano nga ba yung apat na opportunities and challenges when it comes to our or nakadalasan makikita itong opportunities and challenges when it comes to media and information po natin. So, we have what we call our economy. Also, in our education, next in our society or social, so in our social or society, and even in our politics. So dito po kadalasan nakikita yung opportunities and challenges when it comes to our media and information. Now, dito po sa apat na yan, we have to or isa-isahin natin sila kung bakit ba nagkaroon or ano nga ba yung impact when it comes to them sa ating economy. At the same time, or impact pagdating sa media and information. At the same time, malalaman din natin ano ba yung kadalasan na nagiging threats when it comes to this. Okay? So, let's start with our economy. Yan. So, based on this picture, so, alamin muna natin ano nga ba yung meaning ng isang economy. So, it is an area of the production, distribution, and trade, as well as the consumption of goods and services by different agents. Okay? So, mostly, economy natin is where or kung saan tayo nagkakaroon ng good trades or saan tayo kadalasan or saan kumikita ang isang lugar. Okay? So, that is what our economy means. So, ano nga ba ang impact ni information, so ni media and information when it comes to our economy? First is media improves the efficiency of economy by providing economic actors more and better information with which to make decision and improving stability. Okay? So, ano nga ba si economic actors naman natin? An economic actor may be an individual, so tayo as a human, a company, so a company, even the government natin or even yung society that we live with. Okay, so that is what we call economy. So now, since nagkaroon tayo ng internet, it provides us great opportunities palalo to improve our life for all users. It has positive effects on our economic growth. Now, sa papanong paraan, ito nagkakaroon ng positive effect when it comes to our economic growth. So, we have here an example of news industry, film production, entertainment programs, print, broadcast, mobile communication, internet advertising, and public relationship. Now, based po dito sa mga to. So, I'll just provide some examples para hindi naman maging lengthy in discussion. So, let's start with the news industry. We all know that in news industry, lagi silang probably nagbabalita. So, in our country, Philippines, ang very famous na alam natin is news from TV5, GMA News, or even ABS-CBN. And with that, lagi sila nagbabalita or nag-update sa atin kung ano ba yung latest happening when it comes to our government, when it comes to um, calamities, when it comes to weathers, and also kung ano ba yung mga different trends or ano nga ba yung mga uso, ano nga ba yung patok sa tao. So with that nagkakaroon ito ng benefits with our economy. In what way? Let's say halimbawa isa kang investor. So you know or nakita mo sa news na itong mga different products na to is patok sa tao or ito yung mga tinatangkilik ng tao ngayon. So probably may encourage ka to invest with that kind of business because you know na mabilis ka or kikita ka doon kasi yun yung tinatangkilik ng tao. Okay? And with that, it increases or it gives opportunity with our economy. Okay? The other thing is, halimbawa, yung mga latest gadgets. Okay, so latest gadgets or latest trends ng damit ngayon. So, since halimbawa, nalaman ng isang tao na ito yung latest na damit ngayon, or halimbawa, nalaman ng tao na ito yung latest na mobile phone or latest na gadgets and so on, probably they would buy it and it will affect our economy with that kinds of matter. Okay, so that's how news industry helps our economy, so through the use of media and information natin. Also, pagdating din sa ating film production, even in our entertainment program. In what way? So we all know that film production and entertainment program, dito rin papasok yung pagkakaroon ng kita ng isang economy in a way na for example, maraming tumatangkilik ng romantic comedy sa Pilipinas or maraming tumatangkilik ng mga movies na nakakakilig. So automatically, it will provide a lot of viewers. And pag maraming viewers, mataas ang rating. Pag mataas ang rating, of course, mas mataas ang kinikita ng isang palabas. And doon po papasok yung mga different na sponsorship when it comes to movies. So, for example, may isang movie na ipapa-advertise nila yung product nila. So, may isang movie na ipapa-advertise nila yung product nila. Like, for example, mga different brands like brand ng isang soft drinks or brand ng isang alak or brand ng isang or let's say mga different gadgets. So, different gadgets or different na damit. So, with that, nakakatulong ito sa economy in promoting yung business na meron po sila. And next is pagka ang isang tao is or ang isang artista ay sikat, probably dahil maraming ratings or maraming nanonood sa nila, it helps then to advertise yung mga different product. Like, for example, kukunin na commercial model and so on. So, same din sa ating print media, which is yung mga newspaper natin, pagkikreate ng mga different billboards to advertise people. Broadcast, news, even radio, mobile communication. Of course, there are some messages or some text messages that it helps us to or na nag-a-advertise sa atin at the same time. Internet, of course, internet, we all know how internet grows or how internet helps to advertise things. Social media man yan, or even websites, social media man yan, or even websites, or even different web page or websites na meron merong or social media nga, tama, yung sinabi ko na kanina, and so on and so forth. Sorry about that. It helps us to advertise. Even public relationship can also help, even public relationship, it helps our economy in a way that it can convince people on their different perspective. Okay? So later, let's discuss that further. I have here also an example. It can also change our mind, or it can help us to think. Like for example, in which brand will we invest, or even um, it can be also an eye opener to the public. Like for example, if you stand with this kind of people na ito yung iboboto mo, but at the same time the public helps you to think or to realize that hindi naman ito yung for us na i-vote for now, is it helps us to think, it helps us para makaisip palalo ng different perspective when it comes to voting and when it comes to realization. Also, it helps our economy because it can easily communicate. So we can easily communicate with a way in a way na, for example, we want to invest something that isn't here in the Philippines. So we can, or if we want to, let's say, to talk or to communicate with others through the use of, even though we are far away from them, we can use our media with that, social media as well. We can also collaborate with each other through the use of our technology, information, and even our media. Okay, that's how the opportunities of information and media helps our economy. Next is, of course, kung meron tayong oportunidad, meron din tayong kadalasan na nagkakaroon ng problema. Which is etong mga kinds of things na to. Like for example, privacy. So if you are a well-known person, of course, privacy, so nagiging eye-catching ka na when it comes to the public. That's why yung privacy medyo nagkakaroon ng problema dito sa part na to. Piracy. If a product, so alam naman natin, if a movie hits or even yung mga movies, nagkakaroon siya ng mga different piracy. And also, hindi lang sa mga movies nangyayari to. Even sa ating mga products. So mostly pag alam ng mga tao na tinatangkilik ang isang produkto na ito, tinatangkilik ang isang brand na ito, kadalasan ito yung nagiging reason para sa isang tao, or ito yung nagiging reason para mag-create sila ng mga pirata or pekeng mga kagamitan. Okay? Next is banking security. So, if alam na, kadalasan, well-known people is also prone to hacking, or kadalasan ito yung mga target for hacking. So, kaya yung banking security nila, sometimes, it has a threat. Okay? So, quote and quote, sometimes. Commercial fraud in a way na different commercial, or there are some advertisements. So, there are some advertisement which is hindi naman talaga um, appropriate, or hindi naman talaga tama yung linalagay nilang contents. That's why, halimbawa, for example natin is pinag-i-invest ka sa something na alam mo naman malulugi ka, or dahil sinabi ng media na tataas ang value nito, you already believe in it. So, you already believe in it. Now, on the other hand, so kung hindi ka nagkaroon ng deep research, um, there are possibility na commercial fraud lang pala yun, na even though sinasabi ng media na tataas yung value, yun pala binayaran ng isang media to publish that kinds of contents. It is considered as commercial fraud. Okay? Next is phishing. We all know that if ang isang product or ang isang sikat na brand is sikat na nga, so is sikat na nga, there are tendency or there are chances of having phishing in it. Like for example, mag-create ng isang link na sasabihin is congratulations, you won 50 million from, or congratulations, you won something, so something, etc. So, ginagamit nila yung different brands para makakot sila for phishing. And lastly, inappropriate advertisement. So, I think we all know naman. So, kung ano si inappropriate advertisement. So, next po natin is education. So, how did education, or how did media and information helps our education? Next. Okay, so based on this picture, you can see different platforms that we can use for our online classes or that we can use in our classes. So, what is education muna? It is the process of facilitating learning or the acquisition of knowledge, skills, values, beliefs, and even habits po natin. Okay? So, now, ano nga ba yung nagiging impact ni media and information when it comes to education? Well, the answer is media and information's role is to provide students with knowledge, and through it, we get enough information that we will take in the future. Also, it helps then even the faculty or the campus to be to have a flow of information. So, like for example, we have different platforms ngayon. So, alam naman natin na ngayon, so year 2021 ngayon, so meron pa rin po tayong pandemic. So, meron pa rin po tayong pandemic. And nung year 2020, we all know that napilitan pong magsara, or hindi naman magsara, pero napilitan tayo na magkaroon ng mag-cancel ng mga face-to-face classes. And with that, umisip ang different school, or umisip ang government natin ng transition na from face-to-face classes, magkakaroon tayo ng tinatawag natin na online classes. And with that, gumagamit tayo ng different FMS na ginagamit. So, meron tayong example na Google Classroom. Okay, so Google Classroom and MS Teams. So, ilan lang yan sa mga platforms na ginagamit natin ngayon or ginagamit ng isang estudyante when it comes to learning. And as you can see, dito sa example natin, yung binibilugan ng arrow ko, is makikita nyo dyan na through the use of Google Classroom or through the use of MS Teams, is nakakapag-share tayo ng mga, or nakakapag-share ang inyong guro or even mga students ng different Word, Microsoft Word, different Excel, or even PowerPoint that can definitely benefit the students to learn more. So, to learn more when it comes to their classes. Okay? So, that's how opportunities. So, yan yung isa sa mga opportunities na binibigay ng media and information natin when it comes sa pag-aaral. So, in addition to this, we all know that we are very familiar, or we are very knowledgeable when it comes to multimedia. Of course, na-practice na tayo nan. Junior high pa lang, even nung siguro elementary tayo, is napapractice na tayo on how to use multimedia sa ating klase. Even sa colleges, tinuturo siya. And with that, it can help para sa kaalaman, or madagdagan yung kaalaman ng isang estudyante by providing video lectures katulad ngayon na ginagawa ko ngayon, even music that will find or that will definitely encourage students o maengganyo ang isang estudyante na makinig o maging part ng uh, learning process ng isang estudyante. Nandito rin yung pagkakreate natin ng mga pictures or paglalagay natin ng mga pictures when it comes to our PowerPoint. For example, if you have a PowerPoint presentation that is, let's say, pure PowerPoint lang talaga, yung linagay mo sa iyong PowerPoint presentation. So, do you think a student will definitely, probably some of the students will listen, pero tingin nyo po ba makakot ba nito ang attention ng lahat ng estudyante? So, probably hindi. So, but through the use of pictures, so this kinds of photos or this kinds of pictures helps them to analyze kung ano ba yung sinasabi ng isang guro. Kasi tayo as an individual, mas naiintindihan kadalasan ng iba pag meron silang nakikita na mga examples. The other one is, it provides also, media and information provides also different multimedia games or different games na pwedeng gamitin ng mga students such as Kahoot or even Quiz-Is that encourage them para bukod sa mag-enjoy is it encourage also students para mag-aral or makinig sa lessons because they know na itong mga different games na to is merong mga top 1, top 2, top 3 or even nakikita nila yung points nila. So hindi lang siya basta game, pero it also or kailangan din nilang mag-isip ng strategy on how they will win the game also. So it helps their thinking capacity din also when it comes to this. And ito yung mga ilan sa mga opportunities when it comes to our education. And for example, our Microsoft Office 10, which is probably every students, even every teacher knows. Pero at the same time, there are threats then there are common threats then when it comes to education. First is plagiarism. Ang hindi nawawala sa isang estudyante at some point. So, when it comes to plagiarism, we all know plagiarism or plagiarism, we all know that sometimes since we are broad or since ang information natin is mabilis na makuha, especially now that we have our internet, nagkakaroon ito ng parang pagkopya or nagkakaroon ng mabilis na pagkuha ng information ng isang estudyante that they tends na i-copy-paste na lang yung different assignment ng isang teacher. Okay? And then, after copy-pasting it, they forgot, so, although they forget na it cite yung sources nila, at the same time, hindi din yung ibang students is hindi rin binabasa kung ano yung mga contents nung assignment na meron sila. So, bukod doon, it promotes laziness din. So, it promotes laziness kasi halimbawa, if alam ng isang estudyante na ay makikita naman sa internet itong mga pina-assignment ni sir or ni ma'am. So, later ko na gawin or pagka malapit na yung deadline, saka ko na lang siya gagawin. So, it promotes laziness. Vice versa nun is pwedeng ginawa kagad yung assignment. So, ginawa kagad yung assignment through copy-pasting the content. Tapos ipinasa niya kagad. So, bakit it promotes laziness? Also, because pagka halimbawa po, nagawa ka ng assignment tapos kinopya mo lang coming from the internet without bukod sa hindi in-acknowledge yung author and without reading it or even analyzing kung ano mga ba yung assignment ng isang student is probably it promotes laziness when it comes to the students itself. Okay? Next is maintenance and upgrades. Of course, sa different FMS or sa different platforms, na ginagamit po sa, let's say, Google Classroom man yan, or even MS Teams natin. There are sometimes maintenance to that. So, pag nagkaroon ng maintenance, there are tendency na hindi mo makakapagklase ngayon, and so on. Next is yung upgrades. So, pagka halimbawa, in few years from now, since pa-upgrade ng pa-upgrade or update ng update ang ating isang platform na ginagamit for online classes, there are yung problem dun is what if ang isang capacity ng computer ng isang estudyante is hindi na pala kaya yung those kinds of upgrades or those kinds of updates. Definitely hindi na siya makakapag-online classes. So, yun po yung kadalasan na common threats doon. Misinformation and disinformation. Guys, linawin ko lang, when it comes to misinformation, ito yung mga information na hindi sinasadyang magkamali. So, na hindi sinasadyang magkamali when it comes to information. While disinformation naman, ito naman yung mga information na pwede nating tawagin na fake news, or ito naman yung mga information na makukuha natin na sinasadya nilang maliin yung information na meron ito. Okay? Next is unnecessary information. So, halimbawa, may mga pinapagawa sa inyo ng teacher nyo na ito lang yung dapat klase nyo. It's okay to advance read. But that doesn't mean na mag-provide ka agad ng unnecessary information na hindi naman hinihingi sa'yo ng teacher nyo. So, yun yung kadalasan po na nagiging threats po when it comes to our education. Next is social. Okay? So, ano nga ba naman si social natin? Based on this picture, what is social? So, this means relating to society or to the way society is organized. So, that is what social means. Ano nga ba ang impact naman ni social sa atin? Well, the internet created an opportunity for social media to thrive and allows communication and information sharing with large groups of people instantaneously. Now, with the rise of mobile messaging application, business owners and marketeers have given more channels to reach and engage with different audiences. Media is the sword arm of democracy. Users have the access to share their feelings and thoughts through the internet. Media of today is playing an outside role in creating and shaping public opinion and even strengthening our society. Okay, so ito lang yung ilan sa mga example ko when it comes to this. For example, you are in a media or ikaw ay isang mahihain na tao. Now, since mahihain ka, hindi ka masyadong nakikipag-socialize sa isang tao, sa mga people. But, ngayon, gusto mong baguhin yon sa sarili mo. Pero hindi mo alam kung paano. Now, you have seen someone na meron ding ganong post or meron ding ganong kinds of meron din siya or mahihain din siyang tao, pero nakita mo yung post niya sa social media on how na kung paano niya binago ang sarili niya. Now with that, it inspires you. So since shinare niya yung feeling niya, tapos shinare mo yung feeling mo, at the same time you have the same feelings, so the same feelings about those kinds of things, it inspires you na, okay, ganito pala yung ginawa ni ganito, ni ganyan. So, you could try to do it at the same time. It will helps you to be encouraged pa. So, like for example, it helps, media also helps us. Like, yung mga nakikita nating social media contents from different vloggers, from different individuals. Sometimes yung mga nakikita natin, it inspires us to be more. Like for example, meron mga vloggers na gusto nating hindi naman natin gusto maging vlogger, pero gusto natin na maging katulad nila tayo na magkaroon ng kaya sa buhay, matulungan ng pamilya natin, magkaroon ng bahay, so magkaroon ng bahay, or even mas spoil ang parents natin at some point in life. So, yun yung ilan. So, yun yung ilang mga bagay na nagagawa or nagiging opportunity when it comes to our social po. Also, businesses as well. So, sa businesses natin, we all know na pagka gumawa ka ng isang business or Facebook page, tapos sinangkilik or marami yung likers or followers, mas nakakapag-spread yung business mo sa iba. Also, you have social media friends that will support your businesses by simply, kung hindi man nila afford na bumili ng different products mo, they can definitely share it. So, that's how the power of media creates. So, even though, halimbawa, yung business mo is nandito lang sa isang area na to, so, nakakakalat siya sa different parts pa ng different area through the use of media and information natin. So, yun yung sa small businesses, by the way. Pagka big businesses naman, they also, big businesses also helps or also have an opportunity when it comes sa media natin. Like for example, sa YouTube, every time na magpe-play po tayo ng YouTube video, meron pong advertisement po yan. So, different advertisement, it can encourage us to buy the product, to watch this film, and so on. Also, pagka nakapagawa rin sila ng pages, it promotes their product as well. At the same time, they also use different social media influencers para mas kumalat yung kanilang or para mas ma-market yung kanilang businesses. And that's how the impact of media works po. So, common threats when it comes to our social is human trafficking, even identity theft. So, since tayo is laganap or since tayo ay gumagamit lagi ng media, there are chances of having identity theft as well. So, alam naman natin na pagka tayo is gumagamit ng media, there are uh, at least some percent of risk in it. Cyberbullying as well, even defamation. So, also, ang pinaka-threats or pinaka-nakikita kong threat is nagkakaroon tayo ng division. So, division in a way na magkakaiba tayo ng pinaniniwalaan pinaniniwalaan. Political man yan, or even religious beliefs man yan, nagkakaroon ng division when it comes sa social natin or when it comes sa ating society. Okay? Lastly is our politics. So, what is politics? This is the activities associated with the governance of a country or other areas, especially the debate or conflict among individuals or parties having or hoping to achieve power. So, that is what we call politics. Now, ano nga ba yung impact naman ni politics sa atin or sa information and media natin? So, one of the ways that social media has transformed politics is the sheer speed at which news poll result and rumors are shared now online. So, news is a 24/7 phenomenon. One of the positive effects that social media has on politics is the opportunity for voters to interact easily with candidates and elected officials. So, through the use of social media, through the use of television, so through the use of social media or through the use of television, mas nakikilala natin kung sino yung mga different na tumatakbo sa ating lugar man yan or sa higher official man yan, nakikilala natin through the use of television, through the use of blogs or vlogging, even yung shared photos kung saan sila nagdo-donate or shared photos kung saan sila tumutulong sa tao. So, yun yung ilan sa opportunity na ginagawa po ng ating media. So, candidates and their supporters helps them through the use of Facebook. Nagkikreate ng mga page, nagkikreate ng mga Twitter account na ini-encourage ang mga tao to vote this people. So, these people, let's say, president man yan, senator, mayor, even yung mga mayor or even yung mga different political parties. So, it also broadcasts their propagandas and requests for donation. So, yun po yung kadalasan na oportunidad na ginagawa ng politics natin. Now, meron lang ilan threats when it comes to politics. First is weak enforcement of laws. Bakit? Since a lot of us or a lot of people, kung sino po yung nakikita po nila sa media kadalasan, yun yung binoboto nila without knowing kung ano yung mga purpose. So, without knowing yung background ng isang candidate. For example, some peoples or there are some officials in the government na even though napatunayan na sa media din na sila ay nagnakaw, so sila ay nagnakaw or sila naman po ay, let's say, sila po ay may mga mali nang ginawa, so may mga mali na ginawa, some people or a lot of people are still voting them because yun yung nakikita nila sa media kadalasan. And dahil sa nakikita nila kadalasan sa media, yun din yung dahilan, okay, so kung halimbawa hindi pinag-isipan kung sino yung iboboto during the election, yun lang po nang yun. Kung sino yung nakikita nila sa mga poster man yan, sa different videos, sa television, yun po ang kanilang iboboto po. Dahil po, yun yung tumatatak sa kanila. Next is nagkakaroon po tayo ng media and politician alliance. So, pag nagkakaroon tayo ng media and politician alliance, nagkakaroon ng bias. So, nagkakaroon ng bias when it comes to the way na binabalita ng isang media ang isang tao. So, pwedeng halimbawa, sisiraan niya si gantong tao o di kaya naman ay lahat lang ay advertisement para sa gantong candidate and so on. That's how media and politician alliance works po. Lastly is constrained freedoms. So, hindi tayo nagkakaroon ng freedom in a way na i-critic natin kung ano yung ginagawa ng government natin because of the way how some officials work po. Like for example, if they have the power, so they have the power to implement a law, so hindi tayo pwedeng magsabi ng or i-critic yung gawa nila. So, with that, nagkakaroon tayo ng constraint when it comes to our freedom. Okay? So, before I end this video, so since next year is an election period, so I hope guys that you vote someone hindi dahil sa sinabi po yan ng parents nyo or sinabi ng kakilala nyo na iboto siya. But we have to use our minds po in voting someone po. In voting a leader, in voting lahat po ng mga politicians po natin. So we have wag natin pairalin yung sinabi ng iba. Gamitin po natin ang utak natin or lawakan po natin ang pag-iisip po natin when it comes to our candidate po. Because it will help us. So, it will help us in our future po. So, currently right now or basically 6 years po manunungkulan ng isang president po. So, kung magkamali po tayo nang i-elect po na president, this might cause problems po when it comes sa atin. So, Again po, vote wisely. So, vote wisely po. So, kung sino man po nanonood nito, vote wisely po. So, lawakan po natin ang pag-iisip po natin sa ating candidate na iboboto. That's it for today. Thank you po, and have a great day, everyone.